Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob and we're back on the Bead Blaster. I've done a few things to it that I just wanted to show and get ready to try this thing out. So I'll show you what all I've done to it and how I modified mine to work for me. Yours may be different. But before we do, make sure you have your truck coffee. I'll wait. So, the first thing that we did was I went back here on the back and I built this clamp out of a part that I had made for the mill and took off because I didn't need it. And I just modified it to make a ground block to run a ground wire into the ground post into the breaker box. When I had my other bead blaster, when you bead blast, it creates a lot of static. I don't need any static in my hands and then walk in my house and go to work on one of my computers and then fry something on my board. I can't have that. So I decided to ground it so that no static electricity will build up. At least that's what I feel like. I decided to scrap the idea of the clamps here. It was unnecessary because that's pretty solid by just putting screws in there. I just put screws in there and this part unscrews right here. And this piece here will come off with these two screws right here. So I just pop riveted this to an L bracket and then screwed the L bracket here because I was going to have a hard time getting screws down in there because this was up in the way. So I decided to make it this way. Now all I have to do, slide that in there and she's ready to rock and roll. Alright. So we got that on there. Now, as you remember in my last video, I showed the suction on this thing, how bad it was. And the reason it is because they just have this little hole right here in the bottom of this that's pulling through, and it's smaller than the outlet. So when your inlet is smaller than the outlet, it's going to have more suction to it. So basically this hole is just a regulator. If you want to get right down to the nitty-gritty of things, it's just a regulator. So when you open that up, guess what? You get more air. So I made this hole over here. Now this is not the piece I'm putting in there. I just got that in there temporary while I test it out because I'm printing a piece out to put a filter here. So then I made that contraption right there. And basically that is just a couple fittings, a washer, a gasket that goes through the floor, which is the bench top, goes down through there and then comes down right here. Let me get a light for you guys. Yeah, it's just right here so you guys can see. So there's my lever or handle. So when I want to empty this, I just pull this plastic plug out, open this, and then start moving it out. So I don't know how hard that sand's going to be on that ball, but inside that valve, but oh well, we'll find out, won't we? So then I added these brackets right here to all four corners. These two are flat simply because I didn't want to lose the 2 inches of bench space because I wanted this all the way to the end. So I made it 2 L brackets for this side and then made the flat ones for this side. It ain't going nowhere. So then on the light, remember it blinded you? Well, it don't no more. It shines down on the thing. You're not focusing on a bright light shining in your eyes. It's hard on your eyes, and I've got bad eyes anyway. So I don't need to be adding more to it. So this is white or off-white, so it reflects pretty decent. And it's pretty good visibility in there. Now, we were talking about this plexiglass being so dingy. And somebody said, what if is there a protective coating on it? Well, I kept looking on the edges here, and I didn't see any line as to the edge of the protective stick-on. So I just assumed that it wasn't. Well, it was. But it was all the way to the end of the plexiglass. So they put the protective coating on, then put it in. Well, then I couldn't get it out because these here gaskets start sticking to the glass from here over to here. So all this is stuck to the glass. I was able to remove this one, but that was as far as I could get. These two were stuck to it, and when I tried to pull it off, I was getting ready to rip it, and I didn't want to rip my new seal. So I just left the glass in place, took all these screws here out, even the hinge screws, and it allowed me to take this piece here out. And basically this plexiglass is supposed to just slide in it like a track. Well, because of the seal, the seal should have been here, not here. Yeah, they should have never put that seal on the glass. They should have put it here. But I understand why they did that, simply because they didn't want any of the sand coming through that crack. It would have sucked its way through there. But anyway, I tried to fix this crack the best I could. There's not a whole lot I can do about it until I can get another glass. I'd like to try to get a glass for it, but with that much suction on it, I'm kind of scared of a glass. But I put a big washer on it. It really needs a bigger one, but I didn't put a bigger one on it because I simply didn't feel like making one. How's that for honesty? But I'm going to put a filter here on this. This hole's actually bigger than that. It's bigger than that hole over there in the outlet. So we're going to set you up here. I'm going to dump the sand in here, and then we're going to turn it on, and we're going to see how it does on this. See how bad that carburetor bowl looks? We're going to try to clean that up and make that look new again. It's in pretty rough shape. So I'm not worried about the threads. They need to be cleaned out anyway. I'm just going to have to blow it out really good to make sure I don't get no sand. I believe all the holes that are there can be accessed. So I can blow all that sand out and then wash it out with water and then blow it out again. So I don't see anything on here that would be a problem. Same thing with this one. This one's not as in bad a shape, but it's bad enough. But we're going to try this one first and see how it works. So stay tuned, guys. I thought I was getting 25 pounds, but apparently I'm only getting 10 pounds. So I only got 20 pounds altogether. So I didn't have enough So I went down to the hardware store or Southern States today and bought some white play sand, but we're gonna try this Black Beauty and make sure, see if we got enough. We may have enough. If not, I have enough that'll get me started. So I still have a vibrator yet to put on it. I'm not real sure I want to mix the white sand with the Black Beauty. What did I do with my scissors? Alright guys, what'd y'all do with my scissors? Y'all messing with me? I swear to God, I just had them. Right there they are. But this will work. This much of it will work until I get the get another batch. What do you guys think? You think white sand will work in this? Alright, we are ready to try it. The only thing that I'm going to be looking for right now is to see if any sand comes out of this hole here. If it does, I'll have to plug it, but I don't want to plug it. I want to put a filter on it, because if I plug it, then I'll have that section again. So we'll shut her down here. We'll shut the door down and give it a try. Alright guys, this is the end result. Looks a lot better. Then we'll wash this with gas and whatever, and blow all the holes out. It did a pretty nice job. I still got a little more to do right here I didn't focus on. I was just seeing how, testing it out. It needs more sand. And to be honest with you, I believe that crate is unnecessary. Or that grate. I don't think it needs to be in there. Because this is one of them blasters that you need to take your gloves and pull sand over on top of the hole. You can see where it goes down through right here. So there it is, guys. Now it's all dusty in there, but I didn't get any dust coming out of this hole right here, none whatsoever. So there you have the first test. And my camera, you guys are all cockeyed here, daggone it. Straighten up. I think that'll work, man. It doesn't have half the suction on it that was on it before. It's still got suction on it, but you want a little bit of suction. You just don't want it to suck so hard that your bee blaster sucks. We're trying to make this so it doesn't suck. So But you can see that it's really got some serious suction on it because it pulls these gloves and blows them up like you're blowing through here. Blowing them up like a balloon. So I think it'll work out pretty nice. For what it is, you really can't complain too much about it because of the modifications. I would prefer it to be where I have to modify. Yeah, sometimes it's a pain in the ass when you want to use something and you want to take it out of the box and use it right out of the box. But, you know, that wasn't the case in this one. I needed it, but I needed it when I needed it. If that makes any sense. Now, I don't know about, like I said before, I don't know about mixing that play sand in with this Black Beauty. I don't think that's a good idea. But I thought I was getting 2 25-pound bags. They're only 10-pound bags. So I'm gonna have to go back and look at that listing because I'm pretty sure it said 25 pounds. So anyway, there's the Bead Blaster modifications. The next video that we're going to be doing is going to be building the box for the grinder. So look for that. And that should do her for this video. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later.